What's up, YouTube? Zan is back at it. It's a disaster, I know, but we're gonna get there, I promise. This is the ZX-10R. This is the entire engine, and more parts. This is the casings we pulled off. This here, this crack. This is in the camera. Crack right there. We good? We good? Get down. Okay. That is where the transmission exploded and caused pressure and broke the casings. That's why we have this. This is a casing that looks in pretty good condition. Haven't fully inspected it yet. We got from someone off eBay because it was about $1,800 less than buying one from Kawasaki. This is a 2009. My buddy bought used last year and still owes some money on it because he bought it from a dealer. So we were trying not to break the bank on it, but we're trying to get it running again. So here we go. Basically, what I'm going to do today is I'm going to break this block down because there are, is it block technically? Cases, these two cases down, because there are some issues with this as well that I've seen. Looks like the previous owner tried to take this out and strip the screw, so I got to get that out. And there's some other, like there's another screw over here for something. I got to just make sure both the blocks match, basically, what we're doing here. Blocks, cases, jeez. And there's some accessories that came with this too that I want to go through and figure out what the deal is with them, see what they're doing. First thing I'm going to do is separate these two because previous owner put all the nice bolts back in. So we're going to do that. Oh, I just put the engine in the 650. Literally just laid it in there. It's just it's in there. Needs work still, but it's in there because it was in my way, and floor space is a premium right now. Yeah. So let's. I got Heather's putting plants underneath my lifts. I should move those before oil drips into them and I kill them, and then I get a divorce. I don't know where to put them yet. We're gonna find a place for those first. Somewhere. Then we'll get back to this. Ooh. Oh no, that's okay. And then, oh, looks like there was a sensor here that, that's unbolted, disconnected, but we have one of those somewhere else. So there's some sensors and stuff too on this engine that, on these cases that I got to play with and see what we got. Like I know this is our ground cable; it's got to be moved over. So a lot of stuff's got to be moved over. I think first thing I'm gonna do is move the plants and organize some stuff over there to move some of this over there so that I can have the two cases side by side. I think that's a good start. So let me get back to you when I organize. We'll keep working. I do. We got some cleaning around the shop done. Got the lower half here, and I know that this water pump, I believe it is, this has to come out, this has to come out, like all this stuff has to come off. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Little plug. It looks like the bearing is still in that one. I should probably flip this so we can see the same side of both. It's a lot lighter without anything in it. Just being careful with it. Don't want to hurt it. Okay, so yeah, bearing's still in there. I believe that's the main output. Seal. Not 100% sure. Okay, that's in there. So yeah, you need this. Water pump assembly. This guy here, which I don't know, it's dirty. Looks like it holds in the transmission. Okay, you got to take the, I want to say this is either the speed sensor or the gear indicator sensor. That's got to come off. Got one of these already, whatever this is. Theirs is driven in there a lot further than ours was, so we'll see which one we want to keep. Oh, it's a bolt. But yeah, we're just going to take everything off of here that we need for this one, and then before we split this, and make sure everything lines up right, and then we will be good to go. I wonder if this is a drain. Shoot. Okay, well we'll check that out. So yeah, just getting to work. That might have just been a drain. Damn, I wish I'd known I would have drained it there first. Oh well. Okay, so I got the cover off. This definitely was a drain, and I wish I had saw that somewhere before, but I didn't see that. Now I figure out how to get this impeller off, or propeller, whichever eller off somehow. So I'm gonna have to look into that. It's probably attached to something in here, a bug. So I bet you I have to somehow disassemble some of this, and it just pulls out. But I'm gonna just kind of give this a yank and see if. Oh wait, maybe not. It's all coming out. Never mind. I wasn't gonna look it up. Okay, there you go. It just slides out of there. It's got some seals, an O-ring, and a lot of dirt that came with it. I'm using my dirty rags, I know, but this is the quick cleanup rag that gets most of the grime off before we actually clean apart. That was easy. Okay, so got that. It looks like coolant left. Let's see which side. So the top and the bottom ones, which is what I did with this, are the long ones, so that they can actually hold into the case, where these two small ones, sorry, I don't know if you're in frame or not, so these two small ones here just hold the cover onto this, which is a gasket of two, and so these ones hold it onto the case. Okay. Okay, next step, we're going to take off this guy here, which I believe is the gear indicator. It could be, I'm going to guess gear indicator. Don't really remember exactly what it is because it's been a minute. I'm going to use my impact screwdriver in case I need to, but nope, I didn't think so. Good enough. Loose enough. They don't come out. If you guys haven't invested in one of these impact screwdrivers, get one. You put it on, turn it to which way you want to go, and if it's really stuck, hit it at the bottom with it with a hammer, and it basically acts as your impact gun, but it's got a screwdriver head. Problem is it's not ratcheting, but we'll get there. I think this is the last piece of electrical equipment on the lower case here that would have to be transferred over to there. So, yay. One, two, three, four, five, six. Yeah, I'm gonna guess gear indicator because 6 gear. There we go. O-ring on there. Some oil on there. We're gonna clean this whole thing up before we put it on the bike, but that's gonna go right back in on the other one. Yeah, buddy. Let's get some of this grime off it first, and then we'll come back. We'll give it a cleaning with a clean rag and maybe some touch of electronics parts cleaner. Get a lot of the grime off and make this bike look as nice as possible for my buddy. I'm surprised he didn't show up today, but you know, he's got a life to live too. Okay, got that side good. So this is going to go right in that hole. Easy. We'll tighten it down. What I'm going to do though is, ugh, gross. Is take the bolts that came with this, 1 and 2, and I'm just gonna actually just place them right there for now. I'm not sure if we got new bolts of these in the package for this case. There might be bolts already in there. If so, cool. If not, whatever. But yeah, this is a I forget what this one is. This sensor in the front here, which I don't remember what it is, got one of those, and these go into other parts of other components or parts of the engine. This whole thing needs a good cleaning too. We'll just put this on top of his other pile of toys over here, which I know I need to organize. Slowly but surely working on it. Emptied out some stuff over here and really didn't do much with it, but at least we're getting there. Trying to buy some shelving off Facebook Marketplace, and it's proving to be a challenge, language barrier challenge right now. I don't think the gentleman speaks a lot of English, and I don't know what exactly he speaks, so I can't really try to translate. Looks like 10s or 12s there. I think I got a 10. I do have a 10 right here. Let's see if this works. Yeah, it does. Yay. Now the problem I'm having is I keep sliding this thing, and maybe what I should do is stop being an idiot, which, you know, isn't really my forte. Let's put this thing down. It's on its side. Probably better leverage on everything if I just do this. Do that. And voila. Okay. 10 mils, man, 10 mils. A lot of cleaning to do down here. I think this is, if I'm not mistaken, the main drive side of the bike. Yeah, it's got to be. So sprocket would be there. So all this gunk down here is probably chain lube over the years. I mean, and road grime, but chain lube for sure. Okay, all three are the same. And we're gonna, like I said, I'm even gonna clean up bolts as we go, as we get further into this project. Like every bolt that goes back in, I'm gonna brush off the head, get some soapy water on it, maybe a little degreaser. I don't like how this paint's coming off this block. I wonder if I should repaint any part of it. And now, I was hoping that would just pop off. It's gonna be sealed on there pretty good with dirt. There's a little spot to pry there. Let me get a, I don't think I have a screwdriver. Screwdrivers. Let's just get a little flathead behind there and see if I can just pop it off. Not a lot of area to grab back there. Just a little teeny lip. So down here feels like there's more, and over here there's a lot. So let's put it on its side and see if I can get something down here. Let's take a hammer, tap that side, see if I can just get it to loosen up. Oh look, a big new dead blow hammer. I should really be wearing gloves, but too bad. Just went to Harbor Freight and picked up a dead blow hammer because I don't have one. There you go. That's all it took. Voila. Oh, there's bearings in there. Good thing I wasn't prying too much. And a what's it called? Those cool things. Alignment thing. Neat. Neat. Lots of cleaning on this one too. And now, if I'm not mistaken, if I take this and I give this another tap. Oh, I thought that was supposed to come out now. Oh no, it's held in by something else down here. Which is, how do you get that out? I don't even know. Ah, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so there's a bunch more things I have to get out before we can fully break this down. But the good news is, so we don't really have to. We're basically, I think we're done with it. I think that's the amount of teardown we really need. We just need those few more parts off it, I think. Because we don't really have to take these transmission parts out, because we have ones that came with this case. No, they didn't come with it. We bought the gentleman who was selling this case. We bought his transmission as well. So I I think that's all. So that case is basically donezo for us. 90% sure, because this is the broken one. This cover I need, though. This is not on our bike. So this will go right back on here. Okay. I don't know. I'm just assuming some kind of pump or sump area. Okay. Just trying to match everything up. Okay, so the next thing I know I need to take off that we're going to have problems with, the reason I know we're going to have problems because I'm having problems with all of them, is this bearing for the drive shaft, for the output shaft bearing. This shaft here that I'm dealing with, I cannot get these screws out. If you guys can't tell, I've rounded off both of them trying. I tried the impact hammer. I tried an impact gun. I tried a little bit of heat. I was trying not to heat it up too much. But I think what I have to do is I'm going to have to tap each one of those and use an easy out and try to get them out. What is this? I got plastic. I'm worried about that. I'll check that too. So I think I'm going to have to get a screw extractor in there and get that out of there because I don't think I can get it out without that. Neat. I don't think we need any of that, but I'll leave it on there for now. But yeah, those are just they're just Phillips heads, and they were a pain to try to even get out. I was trying to turn them as nicely as possible, and it didn't work. And by the time they were stripped out, it was too late. Like I tried the impact screwdriver a bunch, and then once I started stripping, even with that, I then tried an impact gun just to see if like I get it, but it was too late. So we're gonna go to the store. We're gonna buy some extractor. Actually, just the drill bit for the extractor because I have extractors. I just need a drill bit that I know is for metal because I think all the ones I have are for wood. So we'll be back when we get that. Alrighty, YouTube. I've got the main shaft bearing out of the ZX-10R. This is in there, and it seems to be spinning very well. The problem was I stripped every single bolt to get these out, so I had to tap them, and that's victory right there, baby. That is victory. Yeah, this seems to be in really good condition. I wasn't planning on replacing it, but I am moving it from old case to new case. No, old case, new case. So we're gonna use the one that was on the bike we purchased just because we could, and we're gonna keep going. So ZX-10R, it's late. It took me a long time to do this. It's a victory for tonight. I'm done for the night. We'll get back to this one and continue this video. What's up, YouTube? This is Zan, back again. I don't remember where I left you guys. What was I doing? Trying to get bolts out of the ZX-10R motor? I think so. This is the ZX-10R motor. What I've done so far is using the... Why does that thing keep timing out? Using the manual and going through it meticulously to make sure I got this right. I have a transmission somewhat assembled, partially assembled. Shift drum mechanism is in, and I think okay, these are torqued down, very low torquage, and we're moving along with the construction of an engine. I stripped these two bolts. Well, one was stripped when we got the casings, and the other one I stripped out trying to get it out. But we are going to continue moving forward with it. What's that looking at? Okay, that's out. To build this thing up. Now, all I'm noticing here is a difference in the. I'm trying to picture the. Okay, we're good. No, we're not. I'm just looking at differences in the engine casings from two different angles, which is messing me up. Okay, we're good. This looked different than that down when it was on the ground. I gotta stop doing that. This is the old casing, obviously, and that's the old. No, that's the new top half of the case. Is the old top half is over there with stuff still on it. So basically, what I'm doing is moving over stuff that I had to from old to new, and we had to do a little grinding. This guide for the cam tensioner has cracked on the new one. Also cracked on the old one. So we're just going to grind this down and make it smooth on all sides. From what I was looking at, it doesn't really serve much of a purpose because the tensioner or all the chains up here, I think it's just to hold it in place where I set everything up. So I think we'll be okay with that. The problems I'm starting to have are I'm looking at all the new parts and old parts together. And like this washer doesn't show up anywhere on my schematics for this area. And the person who sent us this kept everything kind of close together. So I'm just making sure we got everything we need here. Now, this is all new stuff, or well, the newer bike. And I think the engine we're working with here has less than 10,000 miles, where the one that we have was 27,000. So we're trying to put as much of the new bike stuff in it as possible. I'm pretty sure this goes on here somehow like this. I have to double check that. And then that's got it pushed in more. Ow, that hurt my finger. And that's how that's going to go in. But there's other mechanisms and stuff that go in there. So it's a lot of back and forth between the manual, which is off, and this engine, and back and forth and back and forth. It's a slow process, but slowly getting to see at least something's getting done with it. And there's little bits of like dirt, little specks of dirt here and there that I'm cleaning up as we go. And then we'll give the engine a nice run through before we do anything. I've got some engine cleaning liquid over there that we'll run through it once this thing runs. We're actually going to run it, drain the oil out of it, like fresh oil out. And then we're going to put the cleaning oil in there just to make sure it comes out, and then drain it and do it again, just to make sure we're 100% fresh. Because excuse me, first time I've been rebuilding basically a race engine. That's what I would consider this, a super sport bike, and I want to make sure everything's right. So I'm going to keep going. I'll pop in here and there, and you'll just see things start building up. Cool. Let's get to it. Alright, so we are installing the gear positioning lever bolt and lever washer spring. Let me fix my head here. And the good news is this shows almost everything I need. It doesn't really tell you how to put the spring in perfectly, but you zoom in on the picture, you can see that one hook's over there and then the leg of it is there. So I just made mine match that. Perfect, done. Now you got to tighten everything down to the correct torquage. 106 inch-pounds. Easy, we can do that. And then we're gonna install, if the shifter actually disassemble is shown figure, blah blah blah. Okay, it's assembled. Yup. Yeah, this is easy enough. We got this. We're gonna get this, and then we're gonna flip it on there. Cool. Yeah, it's insert balls and grooves and blah 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 blah. Sweet. Yeah, we got this. We're getting there. I don't think we're ready for that step. Are we? I don't think so. Are we? No, we're definitely not ready for that step. It's like, then it goes in the external, like we're ready to assemble it. We got lot more stuff to put in. It's weird how the repair manuals sometimes jump around like this. Like, okay, now here's how to install this whole system, but it's way past the system you had to take off. Weird. Right. There's no way we need this one yet. Cool, we'll get there. Sorry, back to the task at hand. So we got the external shift mechanism. Installing gear position lever. Yes, there you go. So we're gonna get on that. See, it's a lot of back and forth, making sure you get the right torques. When you're inside an engine, you really want to pay attention to the torques for a lot of this stuff, because if not, it's no bueno. Make sure everything is nice and tight to the right specifications, not over tight, not under tight, normal stuff. Somewhere in here I have the exact tool I need. Voila. And we'll get to it. Cool. Back to reality. Okay, 106 inch-pounds. It got a little hairy there for a second. Things kept settling in here, like the spring kept compressing down and settling a bit, so it would get tight and get loose, and I'd freak out for half a second. Then I noticed it settled. A couple times it did that. I was like, oh no, don't strip anything out. I'm busy here. I don't have time to redo all this. Note to self and to you guys: always zero out your torque wrenches. Keeps the spring fresh. And stop it. If anyone knows how to calibrate a torque wrench, let me know. I really need to make sure we're good. But yeah, now, so one thing, back to the drawing board over here. And then we have to assemble stuff. Cool. Not hard. It's just a process, guys. You can do this too. I think as the prophet Do It With Dan once said, it's just work. I should really be using clean rags to wipe this stuff down. And I'm trying to make sure I oil the things I need to. Obviously, the whole engine's going to get oiled as we go, but I'm trying to keep as much dirt and grime off it as possible as we go. Okay, you take your shift mechanism here. And the tabs are still in, and they function well. Good. Install the shaft assembly. This way up. Like that. Ears are up. Like that. Okay. And flop it in. And then we have to tighten down 2 torque shift ratchet head bolts to 11 foot-pounds. Perfect. Upside down compared to my drawing. Voila, voila, easy. Make sure we're in, we're settled. Okay, the bolts for that are here. These are not the bolts for this. What are these bolts? Okay, so the bolts from the original engine, I believe, were all hex head. Or not hex, star Torx bits. But what I'm pulling out of the bag for the new bike are Phillips. And we're going to go back to the Torx bits from the old engine. Why? The Torx allow you to get better leverage, in my opinion, whenever you have to take anything apart. That's why these two stripped out. A they stripped out because they were Loctited and it didn't say in the manual they were supposed to be. And B, they were stripped out because they were just tight as heck. And couldn't get a lot of surface area to take them out. So I like to use Torx or hex heads over Phillips or flatheads anytime I can. Just my personal opinion. I will change things out sometimes, not usually in engines, but like the carburetors, I'll change out a lot of the bolts on carburetors from Phillips to hex or your Allen keys, just because it is a lot easier if you ever take it apart to do that again. And I switch a lot of things out to stainless steel if I can, especially on carburetors on old bikes, because usually they're rusted out as it is, or they're getting corroded and they don't look good. Easy, got that in there. I don't know why I put the torque wrench away. And we're going to do 11 foot-pounds. Now my torque wrench that does foot-pounds goes down to 20, and anything below that is not technically registered on it. So for this, I'll take 11 times 12, which is 123. Yep. And I will set my inch pounds to 123 because that is the equivalent. 1, 2, 1, 2, nope. Wait, 115, 6, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. So, just, yeah. Foot-pounds to inch pounds times 12. Easy. It's math. Oop. It's pretty tight. I don't want to over-torque one, under-torque the other, so we'll come back to this one. And we're going to look at this for a second. So I've got a T25 on here, but it looks like there's a teeny bit of slop. And I'm pretty sure they make a T27. But I also have T30, and I just want to make sure we got the exact one we need. T30 does not fit. I thought I had a T27 somewhere. Let's double check it. And I guess it's tight. There's just a teeny bit. Let's grab the actual bits. T25, T27. Okay, so I do have a T27, but it's only this. Let's see, does that fit? It does not. So it is a T25. It's not 100%. I don't know. They move a little. It bothers me a little when I don't get it perfect because it's an engine. I'm going to be putting my body over the top of this at some point in my life, and I want to make sure that it's going to be right. Okay, torque her down.